Hi guys, welcome to the first episode of Asylum. The first ever episode. We've started this online thing and we're kicking it off with a Bushido talk. I'm here with James. Hi James.
Hello guys, how you doing?
I'm good, how are you?
I'm very good, yeah.
Sweet.
Asylum time.
So hello to the 3 views that we've got at the minute. If you wouldn't mind sharing with others, I'd really appreciate it. So basically in this episode we're just gonna talk through the new concept arts that Bushido have come out with and just give our thoughts on it and have a bit of a chit chat with you guys really. So James, what's your thoughts?
Well, how awesome is he, first of all? I mean, just everything about him. Like, you just look closely, he has the clan symbol on his chest plate, and
Right, hang on a minute, who are we talking about?
the new guy.
Yeah, there's 2.
We're talking about Takashi Akio, or Ryu.
Ah. Right, so if I just get a screen share up so we can all know what we're talking about. So Bushido have come out with 2 bits of concept art, so if I'll just get that up on there. So that's the Ryu guy. Does that work?
Yeah, that's alright.
Is that on there, yeah?
Yeah, that's on there, yeah.
Right, so that's the new guy for Ryu. Do you want to talk a bit about it, James?
Alright, as I was saying, you know, it's the chest piece, it has Ryu clan symbol. So
Yep.
he's going to be plus-wise, he's going to be pretty high in the status of a Takashi clan. And he's just armoured head to toe, so armour-free most likely. Just awesome pose, he just looks totally, I don't know how to say it without swearing. Just looks like the bee's knees basically. He's going to be the guy, you know, the go-to guy you want to go to. Probably up there, close to Hero himself in the Takashi groups.
Yeah, well, when we was at the Games Expo, we had a few secrets revealed from Toby. We were talking about this guy, and he's the main, like, sword master from the college who trained Hero.
Yeah.
So he's going to be, hopefully, better than Hero.
Well, yeah, that could be a possibility. Should we read his description?
Yeah, go for it.
Alright, yeah. Okay, so the description reads as follows. Takashi Akio is a legendary sensei of the finest sword, Gakko in Ryu. The majority of the Takashi line has learning under his excellent, sorry, I can't pronounce that word, tutelage, I think. Sorry if I actually pronounced that right. Now in the twilight years of his life, and with the need for an able-bodied warrior to answer his call, Akio has put down his broken and stepped forward to offer his life in the service of his lord. Still a fearsome warrior, but the real advantage he offers any fighting force is his expert knowledge of combat, his ability to instruct the samurai around him with either a point to a chink in a seemingly impenetrable piece of armor, to a swift reminder of the techniques he taught them in the dust training ring of the Gakko. He is a strong commander to join the force of the Ryu's ranks. That's his
So
description.
he's going to sound pretty good. Also, whilst we were at the Games Expo, the model was actually in the cabinet. It's pretty much that exact sculpt.
We did take not a picture, but we did record all the.
Oh yeah, so hopefully we might get that up.
Yeah, when it gets up, if you just look, he was in the back, so you might have to like really look for it once you watch the video.
Yeah, they won't really let me get it out the cabinet.
No, unfortunately, it was like locked away. It was something that we noticed just by coincidence. So he's the guy on the back of the special cards for concept art. So about time Ryu's got their own release. And he just looks pretty hardcore. Nice description as well. Not only is he just a broken samurai warrior himself, but he gives abilities out to other samurai. But see, this is just assumption by the description.
Mm.
Obviously, we don't know what the actual guy does. Um, yeah, I'm sure you're pretty excited for it, Steve, being the video player.
I am. I have got a mountain of Bushido to get through, but I'll definitely be pre-ordering him.
Yeah, he definitely looks like. Yeah, because I just think like you probably don't know. You could have different things like you might have command or order.
Well, yeah, he's gonna be pretty top notch because he's a guy on the concept art. Like I've got the I2 one here.
Yeah, they've got the back of the special card.
Yeah, the special cards. So the ITO one's that lady. That's in the folder. But on the
Yeah,
back of the rear ones, he's on there.
yeah.
But Toby did assure me that is well worth buying.
Well, yeah, I think every single Bushido model is worth buying. You know,
Well,
one of everything
a
faction, you have
special one.
the.
He's gonna give a lot of buffs to the samurai
Yeah,
class.
yeah. I can imagine he's going to be cheapest. He'll probably be 10 points. It depends on what he does, but looking at his art, he's going to have armor 3 at least. Most likely 4 melee die. He might have 3 depending how many
No, he
special
won't have
abilities he's
3.
got.
He'll definitely have 4. If he's a teacher of the people that taught people like Hero and all the samurai, he's definitely gonna have 4.
Well, yeah, so he's probably going to have like 11 points plus. If he's 11 points, that means he can have the Takeshi Clan armor special card for reuse. So that'd be good. He might have leadership as well.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he will do.
That's another one. There's another one of these special cards. I can't remember the name. That a model with leadership can have, and that's when they gain 3 Kai, and then they have to distribute it by the end of that activation. He's another way you can have it. Yeah, I'm pretty looking forward to him. To be honest, like out of the re-releases that come up recently, he seems like the most
Yeah,
hardcore
well,
guys to get.
this is the. We didn't really get one in this wave. We just got a Merc model, so I'm guessing this is gonna make up for it.
Yeah, maybe this guy's in the pipeline. That's why probably being missing out unfortunately. But yeah, definitely making up for it. Give me the guy. Um, yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
for the
excited.
people that are watching, if you've got any questions or anything that you think might relate to what we're talking about, feel free to show it in the comments, and we'll discuss it.
Indeed.
Indeed.
Indeed,
Also,
yeah.
we have got a little treat for all you Bushido people, which we'll post at the near the end of this episode. It's basically just a video going through all the concept art
Yes,
that GCT have got.
yes, there
And there's
was.
a lot of juicy stuff in there. We did ask permission if we could show it, and he was a bit reluctant and then went, yeah, go for it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
unless you weren't at the expo, you will not know about this. And there's
no,
also sneak previews of the Bear Clan.
Minamoto.
Minimoto.
Minamoto. Yeah, yeah, and then there's a few reviews. Aito only have the concept art that you show. I think that's all I can remember. Savage Wave of 2 to 3, and co-op a few.
Yeah, your Merc model's in that lot as well, and
Mercenary model for Colt and Savage Wave. So if you're a Savage Wave or Colt player, I do recommend watching the video because he does look pretty awesome.
maze balls.
Yeah, without giving any spoilers, watch the video. I mean, I think he's towards the end.
Yeah.
I'll just look at the samurai at the end of the video and you know it's him.
Oh no, watch the whole video.
Yeah, don't just skip to the end, but yeah. There was a concept art that didn't have a faction symbol on it. It was like...
Yeah, I'm guessing that's going to be a Merc.
Yeah, I'm thinking the faction symbol might be in like a Merc that can go with any faction. You know, he might be like a 4-point, because he looks like a small little turtle, to be honest. That's the best I can describe it from memory. He might be like a little 4-point little guy, just has like a little, maybe a little healer buff or something like, just like you can swap in any faction and, be standard. That'd be interesting. They actually did like a model which any faction could take. Obviously, it wouldn't be like bent or broken or anything like that. It would just be like a small spot.
It might have a trait from everything, or a selection.
Maybe.
Like,
Yeah.
might have
That would be
poison,
interesting.
stuff like that. Yeah.
Oh god, I can imagine. Yeah.
Right, shall we get on to the next guy? So if I do the next one.
Okay. Go on then, do the next one.
Yeah, let me just get it up. Wait, it's what she said. Right.
PG, nasty, PG.
Yeah, it wasn't that rude.
Oh.
So this is a guy for Silvermoon.
Yeah, that's wave 18. That is the the newest of the Silvermoon faction for wave 18.
Is this the one that we covered on the episode that we recorded last week?
Yeah. The card. It's just obviously because when we went to Skeptical, the model was there but wasn't painted yet, so they managed to get him painted up. This is the preview for him, and he does look, and he does look pretty cool, to be honest. I love that model. I especially like Oda as well.
Yeah.
On the top.
I'm really tempted with Silvermoon, but I think 2 factions is enough for now.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, to be honest, boost up with 3. I mean, just look at that tattoo work on him, like the snake. I think that's the snake or dragon on his arm with the club, and then you've got that woman on his shoulder, on the arm with no weapon in it. Yeah, it's pretty detailed, especially with his chubby face and his double chin. I love that.
Chubby face.
Then he's got those. They look like slash marks in his chest area, to the side. That is some beautiful painting. If I was Silvermoon though, because as you can see, the Oda, the little guy on top, actually flips off into a separate model. I would buy 2, because when you get the blister pack, you get 2 bases, but you only get 1 Oda. Did you get me?
All right.
Yeah, just to some people might magnetize and click them on and click them off, but then I would just go full out and buy 2, just so I can just be greedy.
Yeah.
Actually have the full model together and 2 models separate, and then clip the backpack off on the new Musumi guy, taken separately. Like
yeah. Well, before we get into that guy, we have got a couple of questions, mainly from Luke. How you doing, Luke?
Okay.
Well, actually, this is good because James is a cult player. It says, any tips playing against cult with Temple?
Ooh. I only actually played Temple twice. Because in
what are the weaknesses of cult? Because you play the same 50-point list pretty much every single time.
It's just my refined 50-point list.
Yeah,
once the new Samurai guy comes out, I'm going to have to do a new list for him because he's going to be awesome.
But
it depends who you're playing against. Temple, right? Temple have a lot of access to key. First of all, especially with let me find his name. The guy on the turtle, the old master. I'll find his name for you. He's in the starter box.
I think everyone knows who you're on about, the Temple.
Yeah, because he can distribute, obviously, he can leech and channel key to where he's needed. The list that I faced when I used my list was Gaki, Nizumi-Kon, Brace, Ikaro, 2 Rat Swarms.
So basically 50 standard point list.
Yeah, 50 standard point list. Right, and he used what's it called? I can't remember. Yeah, he used the Gamma Turtle anyway. I can't remember his name. He used Sajobo, Tushiro. One of the villagers is the villager with the high feet that reduces the cost of boosting key feet down by 1. He used Master Poe. He used the stone coming. And then he used the little girl, I think she's called Akio, if I'm right. That was the list I faced twice, and it was just hard to beat. Once Temple come up, he just formed a wall around this solid wall coming forward, obviously protecting someone at the back, which is just to be in everywhere. The main combo that you did with Tushiro was use the villager behind him, reduce Tushiro's high feet by less, then 1, and Kaibu, and then the Master Turtle guy put loads of key into Sushiro. Sushiro pumps his Kai seat to make let's read it. Yeah, rise 3 and toughness 1 until the end phase, and then also gain tireless as well. So you can buy both of those for 3 for the first one, if you buy 1, and then 2 for the second one, and just play defensively and just throw a dice for 1 Kai pair each.
Yeah, well, the game style of Temple is defense.
Yeah, each monk is pretty much standalone. They can hold a fight.
So I'm guessing they've like bravery hard.
Yeah, they have bravery, which obviously can counter fear.
Yeah, well, I'd say let them come to you.
Yeah, so Jobo, you have fearless, so you can just go in with these at anyone. It was mainly as well. I was trying to unlucky bad rolls. I was trying to take down Master Pro. He was my biggest threat. With Ikaro, and it's 3 dice versus 3 die, and I just kept failing. So it's kind of my dice to go with it as well. It wouldn't be game changing, but it would have helped me a lot. We played a 3 zone for the first game, and then 3 idols for the second. And it was just a case of attrition. I just couldn't get him down to his wounds, and then he just kept just slapping me just a little bit by a little bit, and just whittling me down. Ikaro just
for the main characters that you want versus Cult, what would you recommend?
Bravery and Fearless, anyone with them are definitely good. The Jobo has 6th Sense, so I like to play the Breath of Yuri card just to get the early scenario. So that definitely rains in my parade. Also, with the Turtle guy, he can do that Kai feat if it contemplates existence to make a guy automatically exhausted. He's 3 dice basic on a post Kai test, he's 3 times, and he's strong mind. He rolls 4 dice. So he's guaranteed, well, not guaranteed, but his chances of winning are pretty good. He's a pretty key element. Plus the fact he can leech the channel key to where you know it needs to go is pretty good. Some of the called softers, they're very good with the key feats, but they're very much greedy because they can't channel or leech. The only guys that leech are obviously Karai, but they don't really have key feats that you need to use. So each guy is individually with his key, but Temple have this really good key balance where they can access leech and channel pretty well, and they can distribute keys where it's needed in key points. But yeah, every time my friend says, "Oh, you want to use his Temple," I just sigh because I know it's just going to be a tough game. I've named them Temple of Brokar rather than Brokar because I just struggle to beat them.
Yeah. So I hope that helps you out, Luke. Somewhere in all that
rambling of how much I hate Temple.
Yeah.
They are the bane of my existence.
So he also says with the new Silver Moon model, he says, does that count as a first cavalry model for Bushido? What do you think?
No, it isn't the first cavalry. I say that with the quote marks because the Temple, they have the Kawa no Brojin, which is the guy on the bull, the little boy on the bull. So technically, he would have been the first cavalry model, but I guess the new guy is technically like a dragoon in War Machine terms, except that when he dies, you don't take the little guy separately. But he is the first like multi-optional model that you do have, whether you pick this option or that option, which is really interesting about him. As we explained in the videos, all the different possibilities you can have. There's drawbacks of taking them individually, and there's the drawback of taking them together.
Yeah.
So it does really force you to have the choice. But yeah, he's an interesting one, but I don't know if Bushido will have cavalry models. They might have someone on the horse who might be fast, but I don't know. It's just the way the rules and like, how the game works. They won't really have cavalry in the sense that overall the games have cavalry, like when the cavalry gets to make its own separate attack and stuff like that. I think the only way they can represent that is have split attacks, maybe, to represent, the cavalry and both the fighter on top attacking. Yeah, pretty much. Any more questions?
Yeah. So no, that's it for now. I have got a shout out for near the end of the show.
Oh, okay. Stay tuned for shout out.
A shout out. Well, I've got a couple of shout outs. So yeah, I'm really tempted to get Silver Moon now.
Silver Moon are good. They are a faction I am tempted for, but I will be getting the new faction when it comes out. Watch our videos to find out what that faction is.
If nobody knows what the new faction that's next going to be out, the
We have it
video,
confirmed,
yeah, the interview video, which I'll put in the description after this, or if you're on our Facebook page, head on over there. But the new faction's revealed.
Yeah, we have it confirmed.
Which James is really excited about.
Yeah, I'm really excited about. Yeah, as soon as I read the rulebook, I was like, this faction, when it comes out, I'm dipping that faction and getting, and I'm excited that it's the next one coming out. Yeah, the new post that obviously has the concept art talking about how they have the faction, and it kind of suggests in the next few months, it doesn't actually confirm a date, but it could mean maybe next month. The wave coming up, wave 19, in 2 months now, or maybe the wave after. So
I don't think it'll be this wave.
you never know what they do behind closed doors, because it says they've been working. I mean, even Toby said they've been working on quite a lot, getting them right. So hopefully we'll be hearing about them soon.
I have got another question from Spud Tate. Hi, Spud.
Oh, Spud.
Spud. He says, "What's your personal faction and your most hated faction?"
Ooh.
So
I'll let you answer that one first.
Right. Well, I've got two factions at the minute. I have got Ryu and Ito, or Ito, depending on your pronounce it. But I'm going to say Ito because that's how everyone was saying at the expo. So Ito is the one with like the snake poison kind of like the samurai basic human unit. So those are my two, and I've only really played against Cull, which is what James has. I've done one against Savage Wave, and my better half, has just started Savage Wave. She's got the starter box. So those are my two factions that I'll mainly be playing against, but I really hate Cult. Because, you know, like when you have really one of those factions that don't have to do anything apart from stand there and like mind bomb you. It's one of them.
Yeah, pick that one model there. One model.
So what have you got? Well, we already know you've got Cult, but what's your most hated faction?
Well, I just had a rant about it, but that's because I've only played Temple twice, and I was new to playing Temple. I think about this is you got to know your faction synergies and their strengths and try and use it against the other faction's weakness. But because I haven't played against them before, I didn't quite understand what their weakness was. So it was a pain to fight them. But apart from that, what faction? No, between your factions, you play Ito and Ryu. I hate Ryu more. Ito.
You hate Ryu more?
Yeah, they have more access to shooting, and I don't like shooting. I really don't like shooting.
I always go for more gunline kind of things, which I need to start coming away from. That's why I got Ito. But I might get another faction. I'd definitely be getting the Bear faction when they come out, maybe, or the Pirates. I don't know. But I'm really tempted for Silver Moon.
Yeah, the Minamoto, which look like, by the concept that giant sumo in armor, just really big guys in armor. Obviously, they look like physical man bears. That would be pretty good. When they come out, eventually when they come out.
Yep. So I am gonna put a couple of links in the chat once I get it. So if we just talk over it. So what got you into Bushido, James? We'll get that out of the way, so everyone basically knows method in the madness is.
You would just bear with me. I need to go and get a charge from off. Yeah, sometimes.
All right, that's professional, isn't it? So while James is kindly going getting his laptop, yeah. So I've got a couple of shout outs from Luke. Get them out of the way while James is away. He's asked me to shout out the Bridgeford Bloodshed Bushido tournament that's going to be held in Nottingham on the 17th of August. So if you go on the Bushido forums, it'll be on there. But Luke, if you want to send me a link on our Facebook page, I will gladly put that in the video description for you. Anything, guys, really. If you've got anything you want going in the video description, then send it.
Hi guys, sorry about that.
Yep.
Lack of preparation to my show. So what brought me into Bushido? I think because I just explain how it went down. I was currently playing War Machine, and after playing Warhammer as well, those were the games I was used to playing, where it's such massive style armies. And I think Bushido, because it's more simpler, as it's only like a warband of 50 points, it consists of maximum 9 models, depends how cheap you go. So you haven't really got like a lot to concern yourself about the board, because when you see like a massive Warhammer army or a War Machine army, you've got, well, I've got that unit over there, and that warjack there, and that unit over there, and they can do this, and that can do that, and that can do that. And you do spend quite a lot of time thinking about all the possibilities of what your opponent can do. Where if it's simplified with just a few models on the board, it's just easier just to track down what each model can do. Which does make, once you learn how to click with Bushido, it's really easy to follow how a faction can play. It's just like playing chess, so you just know the pieces and what they can do and how they can work, rather than worrying about this grand scheme of this whole army and how you're going to sit there and worry about what they can do after you've gone. And that's another thing. It's activation by activation, that's how the terms work, rather than I sit there, I use all my stuff and blitz you, then I just sit there for a good 10 to 15 minutes and just watch you just destroy my army, and I just have to sit there and just take it, and then what have I got left to just fight you back with, and just hope and pray that you don't roll decent dice. Whereas Bushido, especially with the combat system, that's probably like the interesting thing about Bushido. You don't know what dice your opponent's taking, so it makes you really think about what you put into attack, what you put into defense.
Yeah, it is a very unique game style.
It's happened a few times where like the attacker goes into the defender, and then the defender ends up killing the attacker. So you've killed a guy, obviously as the defender, but not within your own activation. So it's kind of like a big bonus.
Yeah.
But then the drawback is rolling double one in defense. That's thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you play those games, you do hang your head in shame, like, God.
Right, Luke, if you look in the video description, if you're on the YouTubes, our link to the Facebook is on there. And anyone else that's watching this, if you want to like us on Facebook, the Maniacs, link it on there. We are creating a Facebook page for the Asylum. James is currently working on it, so the links will be on there for that as well. Right, also, if you look in the video description, I've put the 2 links. One which is a video that isn't going to be released for until about Thursday or Friday. It's a new concept art from the folder from the Games Expo.
Yep.
That'll be made live on Friday, so you guys have got a sneak peek of that, and obviously the interview that we had with Toby.
Yeah, that's a really good interview. It's on the actual post that Bushido posted up at the bottom.
Yes, Bushido posted it on their update as well.
Yeah, go way to the bottom, says interview, and click there, and it'll bring you straight to the live interview we have with Toby, GT Master D, on the forum. this will be well, we'll try and make it as weekly as possible. As soon as Bushido updates their website, we'll then do a video talking about that concept release. And
Yeah.
then at the end, when the wave has released and the cards are up on the website, rather than doing a live video, we'll do a proper video where we go through all the cards and just give you an overview of the cards, what they do, and a quick discussion on what synergies and possibilities we take with them.
Yeah, I think the video that we did on Monday was about 40 minutes long. So it won't be a quick video, but it'll be a very good and informative video. Still halfway through doing that at the minute. Alright then, guys, so we'll call it a day. I'd like to thank everyone for turning up.
Thank you, guys.
We've now got a feel of how the show needs to go. If you've got any suggestions or comments you'd like to make on what you'd like to see in an episode, bearing in mind it's only a quick half an hour, 40-minute episode of us just chatting about it, then let us know in the comment section down below. If you've not already, subscribe to the channel, because we've got a lot of Bushido stuff. Like our Facebook page, because we've always got stuff on there related to Bushido. Bat reps, all sorts.
Any questions during the week, if you just post them on, and then in the next video we'll go through all the questions and discuss. Bearing in mind that the factions we cover are Aito, Ryu, and Cult. Those are the main factions that we play and have a feel of.
We'll be more than happy to do a bit of research and help you guys out.
Yeah.
Alright then, guys. Well, thank you for tuning in. I've been Steve, joined by James. Yep, James, this beautiful little creature. So thank you, and Luke, I'll put that description in the comment the link in the description. Yeah. Alright then, guys. Well, thanks for tuning in. I'll see you next week.
Next week, guys.